All right. So let me continue from my last video because I was interrupted. Um, so oh yeah, let me say some real talk. So I'm gonna cook somebody. All right. To the nigga that says Big J go kick some rocks. Let me cook your stupid black ass. You look like a bed mattress. You couldn't fit through that fucking door. You went grocery shopping riding a fucking cart, but then here is you trying to tell somebody what to do. Shut your big ass up. Shut your big fat ass up, you 500 pounds of monkey crap. Oh, all you do is sit on your punk ass with that bullshit. Now, where we at? You got something fucking to say. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop this link for you. I dare you to show up. I dare you to show your fat ass up on here. Because see, the thing is, you're not gonna come up over here trying to tell me to go kick rocks when you can't even lift your goddamn leg. You are 30 something years old, barely got any gray hair on your head, and you can't walk. You so fucking big. But then you got the gall to tell me about myself. Nigga, you don't know shit. That's why you up on YouTube falling around another dumb idiot talking about women. You riding a golf cart, one of them carts over there at a grocery store, trying to buy groceries, and you that tells me you can't walk. Can you walk 10 feet? Can you walk 10 steps? While you trying to tell somebody to go kick rocks? Anyway, where are we at? So anyway, back to my point. This is the reason why you Negroes will never win. All right. Time after time after time, I try to tell y'all, maybe y'all need to back off from this shit because they make money off of you. Kristen Carazon make money off of David Carroll. She make money off of um Sarge Woody Peace whiny ass. You know. And yes, I will do a video responding to Sergeant Woody Pete because somebody keep on trying to tell me, "Oh, you remind me of Sergeant Woody Pete back in the day." No, you might need a refresher course. You might need a refresher course about myself and Sergeant Woody Pete. You might need a refresher course because there was some things he was saying I agree with, but when he going like whining about women shit, I see that fucking unmanly. And now though Sergeant with P is crying and whining about why he left the black gender war. Well, you should have left it alone 7 years ago. Hell, you should have left it alone when Agent McGowan got killed. When Agent McGowan got murked by Andy Powell, you should have left a long time ago. These women know and they don't care. These women who you get on YouTube complain about, they're not the women in your life. They're not your mother. They're not your sister. They're not auntie in y'all's family. She's not the black chick at your school or in the neighborhood. She's not the women that you come in contact. Some of these women are not the same women that you come in contact with. What y'all do online is y'all project y'all's individual problems onto every woman you see, and that's my problem with y'all. And then you making these other women into victims, and then y'all teaching the younger men that's okay to do that. That's okay to victimize women online or blame women who are outside of your field of influence. I'm using the term loosely. Outside of your field, you know, outside of your uh I'm trying to find a better word. Outside of your area, and then y'all try to uh just suppose trying to you know put all of your problems onto them. As if they are supposed, as if there's some secret club where women all know each other's feelings and they know everybody. No, scratch that. They don't know them. They don't know the other women like as if they know a can of paint. Stop it. Y'all sounding stupid out here. You're actually sounding stupid with that dumbass shit. Hold on, let me get. Hold on, I got click on something real quick. You know, y'all worry about y'all worry about the wrong things. I don't understand why y'all are still worrying about the wrong things, and y'all been at this since you know for over 6 years. It took me at least 3 years, at least three, to finally realize maybe it's not all women. Maybe it's them, myself. What have y'all ever thought about? Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's you. All right. Oh, who can't walk? Well, I'm not gonna say his name. He's a big fat ass nigga who think that who follow everybody else, complain about black women, and then this big fat ass nigga can't sit. Oh man, God, I wish I was in the same room with this bitch ass nigga though. You can't fucking walk. I mean, they have the fucking nerve to talk about somebody. And this nigga, get your fucking haircut too. With a fucking braids in your fucking head. Trying to sing somebody else, trying to cover everybody's songs and shit, motherfucker. Got a fucking nerve to talk about somebody else. Motherfucker, shut your bitch ass up. Every time somebody made a comment about me or a video about me, this fat ass nigga gonna come on there and trying to say some bullshit. Hold on. Let me send this to Angelica. Hold on. Where's Angelica at? Because she said though she want to hit on the panel. Hold on. Let me send her this. So yeah, this fat ass nigga on trying to talk. Angelica, I sent you a link on your comment section, but here you go. You said though you want to talk to me. So yeah, I'm gonna give you another link. Let me see the link again. So anyway, but yeah, but back to the original point. You know, I don't know why. This reason why I say we got to change the culture, change American culture. Um, we're told to lead with our wallet, and we're told to lead with our penis. We're told to lead with our phallus. We're told to lead with our monetary, whatever monetary we have in our wallets or pockets. That's why you always in this problem. That's why you always will be. This is why you always will be a failure, and you can't even sit there and grasp the concept. And you don't even get it. I mean, we gotta prove our manhood to the. No, you don't prove a fucking thing. Are you a man? then I suggest but you act like one. What are you talking about? What's a BAT? Who are you referring to? But anyway, back to my point. Um, and the thing is, y'all cannot make money or have live streams without women. Let's use case in point, right? Case in point. Let's use Fresh and Fit. Let's use the whatever podcast. Let's use whatever all these podcasts where men where it's a where men have these podcasts, and all what they do, they claim that they're red pill. They claim they're here to help men, to help the boys out, so and so, right? But I want you to notice something, right? Every show, a woman has to be involved of every single event, and it's not even in a good way. Not even in a good way. You know, it's one thing to say, well, I brought Susan over here, I brought Kim, and they did this in the background for me. They helped produce my show, or they did no, or they have this. They want me to promote the new mascara that's coming on the market, or a new type of you know thing, right? Oh, okay, okay. My bad. My bad. So Angelica, you said though you want the link. You said you want the link. So I apologize. I was somebody had to call me, and yeah, I can't stand being distracted. I really can't. I do not like I hate being distracted when I got my mind on something, right? So anyway, where was I at? Anytime you go to a Fresh and Fit, all these podcast shows, you need a woman, right? They need a woman of low class, women of low, or what is considered or looked upon as low. Women who are models, not women who are teachers, not women who are bankers, not women who are of who have a respectable position, or a respectable job, career. It's always some woman who's a model, or a woman who's well, a woman who's part of a pornographic industry, or women who are part of in a an industry that does not um, offer much brain activity. I always put them on panels, on panels and stages, and try to make them as as a representation of all all American slash Western woman, Western women. This reason why these men are in fact bitch made. Then they call themselves special by calling these women out. Same way like how Kevin Samuels, like I said in part one, when Kevin Samuels when Kevin Samuels went ahead and had Brittany Renner on, and nobody even heard of a Brittany Renner. Who cares about Brittany Renner? All right. I didn't know who Brittany Renner is from a can of paint. Brittany Renner might be talked about in ESPN. She might be stated somewhere on Fox Sports. But as an everyday American, we had to scratch our head is who in the hell is Brittany Renner? Brittany Renner can act a fool on Charles the White drawing bottles, and then no, not we, scratch that. You Negroes will find the time to get on social media and whine y'all's asses off about this woman, and then y'all fail to realize she is the one making the money every time when O'Shea or Kevin or Obsidian makes a video. That's why. She makes money off of you stupid ass niggas, not y'all, while y'all out here talking about we need to band together. We doing great things out here. Right. You're doing great things out here, right? While you sit them over here making this woman money while you keep while you well not even knowing that you Negroes are broke and dusty and musty. Angelica, you said though you that you want to be on the panel. I just want to know, you know. So yeah, y'all the ones who messing up the game up. Not me, not these people who you call simps. And y'all really need to know what a simp is before y'all call somebody a simp. You know, y'all need to know what a simp is before y'all call somebody a simp. Because the way I see it, the real simp is y'all. Oh, I see Angelica coming up.
Hey, Big
What's
J,
going on,
how are
Angelica?
you?
Hey, what's going on, Angelica? What's new with you?
Nothing much. I'm getting over a cold or a flu or something, but I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
doing okay. Yeah, I just had allergy problems myself. So yeah.
mm,
hmm
yeah, I didn't catch the beginning, but I heard you talking about somebody was crusty and dusty and musty, and then you said that I said that I needed to come up on the panel,
No,
so
no, because what wasn't last the last live stream you told me don't go, and you
yeah,
was
because I
telling
like
me.
listening to you, Big J.
Oh, okay.
You brighten up. Every time that you go live, a smile comes across my face.
Really?
Yeah, like, because I don't want Butterfly to think no shit, she hears this on a replay. But um, yeah, every time you go live, like I just get this instant smile, like, oh, Big J about to go off on somebody. He about to say some wild shit. He about to spaz, or he about to drill, or he about to give us some information, about something that some Negro done said on YouTube. And I'm here for all of it, you know?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So,
No. There's about a couple of things going on because I gave a link to a nigga. I expect his ass to show up though. You
oh,
know,
who is it?
um, Don Gordito. I want his ass to
Oh
show up.
shit. I seen that clip he posted.
Yeah. That came from my video. No, that clip came from my video.
Really?
Yeah,
So, without context, that shit sounds hella crazy, Big J.
right. See. I don't like shit like that. You taking shit out of context,
But why would she play like that though? Is my
huh?
question. Why would she why would I can't even think of her name.
Because in that clip he asked her to say something
Oh,
outrageous. She went in. See, he trying to play off. Oh, she just a crazy ass bitch, right? No, he was on my panel. He happened to happen on my channel, and that's why I got a problem with his ass.
yeah.
And them niggas that hang around with Don, I got a problem with them. See, the problem is with Don. Don act like Don Gordito will act. He won't act stupid, and he keep asking stupid. He act like though but he's acting dumb. He know what my problem is. Every time
Mm.
I have to address AJ seeing red, or I have to address Red the bad guy, or I have to address those Louisiana them losers from Louisiana. Every time I got to address them, he always shows up getting in the way or playing interference. I'm getting tired of his ass doing that shit. That's why I kicked that nigga to the fucking curb. And that whole bullshit about AJ, AJ told my ex-girlfriend one time, "Bitch, I whooped your ass." See, he never mentions that part. He leaves out certain issues out. That's why I got a problem with Don. He leaves out certain things out. There is a reason why though I hate AJ. There's a whole lot of reasons why I hate AJ seeing red.
Mm-hmm.
You're making too many threats to too many women. And some of these women over here are connected to certain men.
Yeah,
And I told AJ I whoop his motherfucking ass. I meant what I said. But every time though I said something to AJ, Don has something to fucking to say. Like, oh, Big J, I don't know why you call it AJ dumb because he got his child is like, nigga, what is Charles Gray's had to do with him making all these threats to and it's not who I'm with, he's saying it to. At one point, he said it to Celeste. He said it to Sexy Red. He said it to certain other women.
Have you and Sexy Red made up yet, or are y'all still?
Fuck no. No.
Okay, I was just
asking.
No.
I'm not even speaking of her name. I ain't trying to speak of her name, even though I was lambasting her ass. I ain't speaking a fucking word about her ass because she wants to sit there and make all these punk ass apologies. You made 5 apologies to Big J Triple X on various live panels. You went to the Bomb's channel apologizing. You went to goddamn my channel apologizing. Then though you went to somebody else's channel apologizing, and then here I see her ass over there on Madhead's channel talking shit about me after you made those apologies. So how many times I'm gonna take an apology? That's why though, like I said, I ain't saying her name.
I got you. I was asking.
That's why I ain't said a fucking thing about her in months.
Okay. Yeah, we can move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, ever since January, you didn't see me bringing her name up and shit. You didn't see me saying shit about her. Now she just mentioned me today. She mentioned me today.
Because she misses you. Y'all are like peanut butter and jelly.
No, when I saw her on Madhead Doc, a comment section talking that bullshit, and then she went on Don's channel talking that bullshit about me, I cut her ass loose. I said, nope, I ain't talking to you. We done.
Okay.
Unlike Auntie, because this really about Auntie, because Auntie kept on going on. He's over there still talking about the tire shit. Still talking about the tire shit. Still yelling at her about the tire. Now though you know who. Now you know what this is really about. Now, see, but everybody said Big J's a simp. You see how
Big J.
I know. But you see how do I handle it versus when Auntie had handle it? And no, I'm not bashing Auntie, but I'm just saying what she's doing. You know.
So I think that I don't know. I've had a couple of drinks. I'm gonna have to come back on it and leave a comment. Seriously.
Oh, I gotta get drinks.
Listen, no,
Shit.
seriously, I've had the flu and I've been drinking vodka because it tastes like water. So I don't want to,
Oh,
I
now,
don't want to say
now
too much.
you know it's bad when it start drinking like it's tasting like water. You know
Yeah,
it's
it's
bad. Yeah,
bad. It's real
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you ain't lying on that. When soon as it start tasting like water, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll think on it and I'll leave you a couple of, pushback commentary in the comment section like I usually
Okay.
do.
All right, all right. I'm just saying. This whole. I know what the games people playing on here and shit. I know the
Okay,
games people playing.
I don't think she was playing no games though. I don't think she was playing a game. I think that the way that people perceived it, it came across as a game. Excuse me. But I don't think her intention was to play with it. I think, you know, with the way that YouTube works and the way that people like to, run plays and stuff,
Uh huh.
that it's easy to make those presumptions, but I don't, you know, like listening to her and her side of things. Um, I just I don't think she was playing a game like like with these men, you know what I'm saying? Some of these guys, like they're annoying in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, when she told her side of things, it was kind of like a day late, a dollar short, the way that people perceived it. But I think at the end of it all, she was very sincere. I just don't think that people were really giving her a chance because of how she shows up on the internet. So I'll say that.
You do, but you do have a point. You do have a point. Your point taken. Because yeah, it can be any other woman, and they will still play that card. Oh, she's a real four. She's a dusty bitch, and all of that, all that's uh, all that. Yeah, yeah, I get it. But that shit she came at me with on Madhead and Madhead's last that series of videos which I'm gonna take down, by the way. You don't play my shit on your fucking channel, by the way, bitch ass nigga. But anyway, um the thing is though, where was I at? Because I
We
was
were
in mid
talking about
I was in I was
Don Gordito and
yeah,
the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was in the fit of rage for like 10 seconds. I almost blacked the fuck out. Yeah, I forgot where I was about to go. Yeah, because I was talking. As soon as I mentioned Madhead, my eyes just lit up with fucking flames. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm still incensed.
He was going to drag
Um,
that nigga to hell.
yeah, I'm about to drag this bitch ass nigga to hell, and I don't need no 2 weeks and no fucking ass 12 videos. All I need is one video. I'm gonna talk about why that bitch nigga going to talk. No. Hold on, that video's coming. I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna say that for a special video for his ass, because I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna ask Madhead a question. Why you be against this right here, but then you for this over here? And I'm gonna let y'all figure out what it is, because soon as is the video he did after he went after me. I'm gonna ask that question. Wait a minute. How can you be for this, but then you were doing that?
Yeah, you
You
saying
know?
he's a hypocrite. That's what
Yeah,
it sounds like.
yeah, yeah. I saw both. I saw those two videos. I'm sorry, asking a question. Wait a minute, bitch ass nigga. What about this, and this? Anyway, you know, and I saw that shit right when he did that video. I saw those inconsistencies in it. I said, "Oh man." But anyway, but
I mean, that's how it works. There's a lot of hypocrisy happening on the internet, right?
uh-huh.
And so, folks will be mad and outraged at one person over here that they don't like, but then they turn around and they're okay with their friend that does it over here.
Mhm.
Um,
Hmm.
it's just the way YouTube works. I don't know how that makes sense. I can't suss it out, to be quite honest. But I mean, it is what it is.
And I'm a and I was talking to Kelly Ray, and Kelly Ray told me, why won't you do um well, I ain't gonna tell you what it is, but she told me, why don't you just do this? And I said, you know what, I might as well just have to do that instead, because everybody else want to write books, and Anger Man want to write books, and
You should,
BJS
big
want to write,
man.
all that stupid shit. So fuck
Do
that.
it. Do it. I was even talking about that on my community wall. Like I was going to write a book for shits and giggles and put it on Amazon, knowing that nobody was ever going to buy it, but just to say I mean, I have written a book. I've written 2 books, but
Hmm.
never published them. But I was
Right.
going to write like some stupid ass book about I think even ABT wanted to give it hiding in your bushes or something like that. Write a book
Uh-huh.
about how you hiding in people's bushes watching all the drama happen.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you should do it. You should do it just for the shits and giggles. I mean, everybody else is doing it. None of these people are serious. They can't be serious. They spend more time, in front of their computer monitors than they do the fuck outside.
Right.
So, I mean, if they can do it, you can do it too. We should just all do it.
Hmm. Yeah. Um.
And
I, I'm just
let me ask you a question.
go ahead.
Why the fuck is everybody so mad with Sunkiss? I was looking at your community wall earlier.
Hmm.
And I was seeing you repost other people that I had never heard of that were tagging Sunkiss. Why are they so fucking mad with her?
Can you tell me who?
I can't I told you I was drinking. I can't remember who, but
Um.
I was looking at your community wall and I was seeing you like repost other people's community posts and there were like 2 or 3 of them where I'm seeing people tag Sunkiss. And I've known that you've had a couple of grievances with like I guess some guys from, the manosphere that have said some shit about Sunkiss, but
Yeah.
why the
Yeah.
fuck are they so mad with her?
Because it went against the narrative. Okay, she and Pure Butterfly. I thank God for them. They're the ones who had taken up for me. All that, right? The thing with Sunkiss was, I took up for Sunkiss, right? During that whole issue about the whole she wasn't wearing no panties and shit. Dang. Well, first of all, it wasn't true, because I was on the panel, and the only one who created that narrative was BMT. BMT created that narrative. She Miss Sunkiss is a hoe because she was telling men, she was on panel telling men she didn't wear no panties and she didn't wear no bra and shit. That's not what she said. He brought that up. She was defending herself, and now everybody's calling her a hoe. And ever since then, me and her have been, well, even before that, even though me and her have been collabing and everything else, they've been attacking her over me and shit. So I actually, me and her collab ever since the teapot days. So yeah, yeah, that's part of it. They went after her because of me and shit, and I hate when a bunch of men gang up on a woman. Hate that shit. I really do. Dog pound on a woman. I hate that shit. So, um,
Yeah, I hear you. I was kind of confused about that. I was just
right,
curious as to what that whole deal was.
right. Well, but that's part of it. But yeah, that's what it really, that's really the gist of the of what was the issue is. So
Well, you need to tell Don Gordito to stop clipping up your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if he's going to clip it up, to play it in full context, because when I heard it, definitely it was messy.
yeah,
And there was no context to it. And I know probably other people that will hear it probably won't care sufficiently enough about context because that's how YouTube works. Um, but yeah, I mean, these guys, I can't even explain like how ridiculous that is.
Because what happened was that the content. Let me put it in context. What happened, right? And long story short, I got to put it short because it's too many threads of this, right? But long story short, somebody got pissed off because she was on my panels, right? She used to be a regular over here, right? So they went after her on the panel over here. He was on the panel, right? And then he was getting on her nerves, and they was getting on her nerves. Calling her ugly. You a ugly black. You another black woman who's ugly and shit. Woo woo woo. That old bullshit, right? And she kind of just popped off. So if you put it in the proper context, you probably will understand it. But no, what people like what Don just did, he took the shit out of context. Mean to make it seem like, oh, she's out there just starting shit for no reason. I don't like that shit. That's why I got so many beefs with people because people take words out of what I say and then they clip it into a 30-second, 20-second sound bite when the context is not even there. You gotta put shit in the proper context.
Yeah, you know, YouTube ain't like that anymore. Nobody gives a shit about context, right?
Right.
No, nobody cares. And when I heard it, I was like, that's a lot, because that's not as a woman, that's not the kind of language that I use.
Right.
Um, so for me, it was definitely jarring to hear. Like I had to replay it just just
And,
to
and,
make sure I heard what I heard.
right. And, and,
And
and I'm assuming, and I'm gonna tell you, I find it strange. And he put it out there because he saw Baller X did a video on verbal going off on Rude and going off on Aaron O. And I don't know. I don't
right.
know. I don't know if she left the bomb squad or not. I'm not sure about that. But I guess there was some tension between her and Bomb. I don't know.
Right.
And knowing how Baller X does shit, he made it seem like though she left Bomb's channel and shit. When it was actually Rude. But anyway, the point is, the point is, I find it peculiar. He started to put the sound clip back up. He conveniently will put the sound clip up about verbal up. So
Maybe does he have a beef with Verbal?
I don't know. I really don't care. The point is though. He's on some fuck shit. Is what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying.
Well, apparently he's drawing lines in the sand. He wants to start some shit. So, I mean, I don't know how that's going to play for him. But I'm pretty sure Verbal's going to have a response once she hears what the fuck he did.
Uh, uh,
Like,
she, she probably already know. She probably already know. You know.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. These people are fucking crazy. I'm so sick of. Can I say that too, Big J? Like I'm so tired of fucking YouTube people.
Yeah, I am. I am too. I'm too.
Like all the virtue signaling and all like you know, they create these big issues that aren't really or this is the thing that I really hate. So the thing that I really hate about YouTube people is that they pretend to I don't know if you've ever, because I posted it on my community wall, and it's this concept of the illusion of explanatory depth. And then
Uh huh.
basically, it's a concept where if people talk about a thing, like if I sit and talk to you about how 2 plus 2 equals 4, that somehow I'm a fucking mathematician.
Right.
And it's this illusion that I know more than I think I do because I'm able to explain very basic level shit.
Right.
And I'm coming to find that a lot of people have this illusion of depth because they'll speak from a stance of I know these things or I can explain these things, therefore I know. And people just have no fucking clue. Like
Uh-huh.
I've been seeing because I've been out of commission the last few days with some health issues or whatever. And, like kind of playing catch up and listen to people like have all these very wild opinions about like, people that I know, situations that I'm attached to. Um, and it's just funny that they think that having those positions actually work, you know. But it's just wild to me that everybody thinks that whatever it is that they say is like the end all be all of whatever fucking thoughts that there ever could be had. And it's just not the fucking reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know what it is with people. Like my channel is very small, right?
Uh-huh.
My
Yeah.
channel is small because I know the shit that I say is not important to most people. It's really only there for the people who care to listen. And I'm
Right.
absolutely cool with that. Like, my ambition is not to get monetized. My ambition is not to be popular on YouTube. It's just to share fucking thoughts and have discourse in the midst of all that. But like everywhere I turn, everybody thinks that they're a fucking unicorn.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, men and women, they think that they're a fucking unicorn. And that shit boggles my fucking mind, and I don't get that.
But I think most people on here are dumb though. I really do. I think most people on here are just so dumb. They only think that they have the default positions. And that's really I'm like, is that the first thing come into your mind? Is that, like, do y'all think there could be a possibility of other things? You just, these default positions, they're little childish way of looking at things from a world view. But but it's so dumb. But yeah, I'm tired of YouTube. It's getting to a point that, well, I don't know if you noticed, somebody is getting sued though. By the way, it's getting to a point that is popping off. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
I've been tapping into that. I am loving to see that outcome. I think it sets a huge precedent for a lot of other content creators as far as what they can and they can't prosecute, you know.
right, right. Just just get online, just say any old dumbass shit, and then try to make the story stick. That shit gonna have to stop. You know, why Big J? Why are you beefing? Because y'all lie. How about that shit? If you don't want me to beef, then stop lying. How about that shit? You know,
They can't, oh, excuse me, they can't help it. They
like,
cannot help it.
and and I'm still pissed off about that bullshit about, oh, I made fun of somebody baby mama having an abortion.
What?
I'm like,
When
when,
did
when,
you do
exactly. I'm trying to figure out when I said that.
that?
Somebody went to somebody who used me. There was a guy who used me on this channel, right? He been on here like 2 weeks. So so the topic of abortion came up, right?
uh,
So he was talking about how much he's pro life and so forth, and
oh Lord.
and the women on here was telling, no, we are pro choice because of, we don't want to be, blah blah blah, the
When
reasons,
did these
right?
niggas become pro-life though, Big J? Let's keep it a buck.
Right, right. But okay, so like I said, well, I'm sorry, but I have to agree with the ladies on this because, I'm because I used to be pro life. I'm pro choice now, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I start to realize the what happened to black women. I don't know if you ever read these articles medical journals of black women dying during childbirth.
I have.
Or
Yes, some.
okay, you also know there is a rise in that going up, right? There is a
Right.
huge rise. So I'm of the position of, okay, well, if this is an epidemic that the medical board don't know what it is, or they refuse to not to tell people what's causing all these black women dying during childbirth, maybe it would be better for the women have to have these abortions, because if there's an epidemic of black women dying quickly after giving birth. So I'm just like, well, even in my state, it's a huge epidemic that many people are covering up down here, right? It's being covered up down here. And I did a video on that about 3 years ago. I did one. I was collabing with a black woman sphere. And
Okay.
I don't know why I brought her name up, but because I got axe to grind against her ass too.
Oh boy.
But
Mhm.
nonetheless, me and her was collabing on this, right? So
Uh-huh.
I collabed with her on that shit, right? Because I was telling her what happened in my home state, the state I live in, what's going on, because it is an epidemic. There's a crisis of black women in Texas dying. So that's why I said, well, maybe, you know, if women start having abortions, they might save some lives, because they don't know what's going on. They don't know what type of disorder or disease or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Why these women are dying. So yeah, but anyway, the point was, I was trying to tell dumbass Marvel 318. That's what I'm really talking to. That bitch ass nigga though, right? Really was talking to him about it, right? So he got all upset before I even said what was I was trying to tell him. He jumped off. He rage quit and jumped off. So he went to that other bitch ass nigga name over there, saying, "Oh, Big J made fun of me of my baby mama having an abortion." He went. He went to 7 different channels saying that shit.
Sound like he was triggered.
Yeah, he was triggered, and I'm trying to explain to his ass on my channel what was, because I really wasn't laughing at him. Nobody laughed at him. Nobody was saying shit to him. I was
Wait, is
basically
this the
telling.
one that you were talking about, that the girlfriend went and got an abortion on her own and didn't tell him until after the fact or
Right,
something?
right, right. That
Lord
that that's
Jesus.
who that's who I'm
That's
referring to.
his fucking fault. Why did he come to the internet telling people that shit? That is his fucking fault, Big J.
Right. That's his fault. The only thing I told him is, I'm sorry it happened to you, bruh. All I told him, I'm sorry it happened to you, bruh. But the point is, I'm pro-choice because of this, because of these reasons. No, he created a narrative that I was laughing at him. I was making fun of it, and I told that bitch ass nigga, okay, nigga, the video's still up. Fine, go there and find the sound clip. The live stream's still up.
But so this is my thing.
Yeah.
Why is he mad at you? Because just hypothetically, just let's just say that you did, right?
Uh huh.
This shit is still his fucking fault. Like if your girl that you impregnated does not want to keep your fucking baby, that is your goddamn fault. And if somebody wants to criticize you because of that, you got to take that L on the fucking chin, my guy.
Right. Right. See, and I just knew about it when he said it. I ain't know nothing about that shit. Knew nothing about it previously or beforehand. They didn't even know shit about that. He went ahead and created that whole narrative. He ran to that other idiot. We doing great things out here. We in the mass. We doing great things. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't saying his YouTube channel name. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Went all over there talking about. Oh yeah, I'm laughing about his baby mama getting an abortion. And niggas sit there and believe in that shit. That what kills me about this fucking space.
Of course, because they're all fucking victims.
Oh, they're fucking victim. Low self-esteem,
Like
low. What's it?
instead of that nigga addressing the reality of the problem, right?
Uh-huh.
Like whatever is going on in my relationship drove my baby mama to go get an abortion. Like we're not going to deal with that. We're just going to say, "Oh, she got an abortion, she didn't tell me." But we're not going to talk about maybe some of the variables as to why she made that decision without your consent, right?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna run around and say, "Oh, she was a oogie boogie, she's one of them fucking, KK Keishas, and she's causing global warming, and so I gotta go run around and tell all the bros that she got a fucking abortion." Like, my guy, that's your fucking problem.
I wouldn't tell the world that shit. I wouldn't even tell the world. I wouldn't even tell. I wouldn't even mention that to a close friend on that shit. Like something like that, I couldn't do that, because that's something between you and her. You know, I couldn't do that. Me and you and the other person.
He was looking for fucking sympathy. Like that shit is fucking done. Like, I mean, with once they repeal Roe v. Wade, all that shit is fucking out the window. Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings anymore. Nobody fucking cares.
You know what? I gotta find that live stream again because yeah, it happened around the same time period Roe v. Wade was repealed,
Oh,
and I
so
made
he really wanted sympathy. He really
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
get
because
all
like
the
he because
bros
yeah,
stirred the
because
fuck up.
yeah, because he went complete the fuck off. Like, bro, what I'm like, it did all of a sudden he was saying some shit, and he just rage quit. Like, what the fuck? What the hell wrong with you? Why you going off on me for?
Cause he's taking all his feelings out on you that he can't take it all out on his woman. Cause he don't have that same energy with her. If he did, he wouldn't have that fucking story to share. That story would not exist.
And then he went to about 6 different live panels talking about me, line that I laughed at him during his painful moment. That's something I don't even laugh about. That's something I don't even find abortion as a joke. All right, I don't even, something as serious as that. I don't see that as no joke. I mean, I view it as an issue that's very divisive, very um uh well, you have to be very salient in order to have a conversation about it. But no, no, just sit there and just be a joke and to use it as a no. And why would I do that to somebody who never done anything to me? And I'm gonna say something too. I actually defended his ass
But
numerous
that's it.
occasions, but now
That
I'm now a simp.
but that's the part, Big J. He was willing to weaponize the fact that his girlfriend or his kid's mother got an abortion.
Hmm.
He was willing to weaponize that with other men so he can get fucking kudos with y'all. He was willing to make himself look like a fucking idiot and hoping that nobody would ask him, like, "Well, what type of fucking relationship do you have with your woman that she would wanna fucking delete your goddamn kid?"
Right.
He was willing to go so far as to weaponize that shit just so people can have fucking sympathy for him.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, he should be lucky that he had that conversation amongst a group of men, because if it was amongst a group of women, they would have been like, "Okay, nigga, move on." And what's next?
And my thing was, the whole using that to come. I'm, you know, I'm so angry about that. I'm still pissed off about that shit. That whole line and shit. Though, just you know, you know,
Because he wants to be a fucking victim, Big J. That's why he wants to weaponize that story, and then try to say that you were making fun of it to be a fucking victim.
hmm
And he's one of the what they call him, the drizzle.
Man, don't get me started by that drizzle
The
again. Don't get me started by that drizzle. Man, I'm still just shaking my head like, man, this really caught on. Like, really, this really caught on, and I just like, it's supposed to be a joke, y'all. It's a joke. It's not a joke, man. They're being serious, and the white boys are taking it. This white, I thought the black men are having it. No, these white boys, they're they're making songs. Like that video I did though early this weekend.
Oh
Man,
God.
they put out a song out already. White boy he already got that song out, and then that they had an album, a drizzle album. I ain't gonna pay no rent. One song was called Drizzle. Uh the other song was called I ain't gonna pay your for your shit. The other song was called Dinner Dates. I'm like, y'all got an album now? And this been shit up in what a week and a half?
Yeah, they spent all that energy. um they spent all that energy making music and parodies of their, the soft men's era and shit instead of actually doing the fucking work. They will spend an hour to 2 hours writing and laying tracks for a fucking song instead of being a good goddamn human being. And that's why it's funny to me. Like, it's supposed to be a parody, yeah, I get it, but
Uh-huh.
they will spend that much energy instead of like, they wanna do fuck shit instead of doing the things. The reason why we're having these conversations about relationships and gender dynamics and why, the KK Keishas are causing global warming and all this other fuck shit that they
Or
like
or
to
or
say.
or or this bullshit. Black women started the two world wars.
That was fucking wild to me.
That was crazy. That one was crazy. Black women started the war, the first World War. I was like, so I'm sitting there like, okay, you mean a black woman from America went 2,000 miles, 3,000 miles, crossed the Atlantic, and went into Austria and assassinated Archduke Ferdinand. Well,
Yes.
if black women was that powerful to do that, starting World War, wouldn't she take out all the Southern governors and governments that was imposing uh Jim Crow laws?
Well,
Wouldn't
no,
she take out the Ku
we
Klux
can't
Klan
do
out?
that because we the KK Keishas, Big J. The KK Keishas still we gotta acquiesce to the supremacy and the oppressors, right? So we gotta do the white man's bidding, but also disenfranchising our own people. Like it's like shooting your nose to spite your own goddamn face. But it doesn't make it like it doesn't make any damn sense, but that's the narrative that they want to run with because again, they'll spend more time and energy making songs and making parodies about oh why this thing like when women get to the point where they're like I don't want to have your baby, I don't want to date you, I don't want to fuck on you no more. I don't want to do none of the things that all the niggas like
Uh-huh.
and they're like I'll just be done with it all. We're at a serious fucking crossroads with some of these people.
I'm like this. For me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if y'all stop fucking. I really don't care because, I'm kind of like, well, I don't know why the men are mad because there was MGTOW, there was True Force loneliness back then. Men was saying the shit back then. I don't want no. This is the whole hypocrisy of this. The hysteria of over 4B when MGTOW it was no marriage, no cohabitation,
Yep.
no, that if you list down the criteria of what the tenets of MGTOWism, I'm like, well, what are y'all worried about? If the women are saying the same damn thing, why y'all worried? Why y'all
You know
being
why?
concerned
Because
about
they're
the shit?
scared that the women are actually fucking serious.
And because y'all are serious.
They are absolutely terrified when women take themselves out of the dating pool and they're like, fuck your humanity, fuck your existence. Then these men want to try to, what was the conversation after the subway guy and the blicky blicky incident? Oh, we want to bring women back to the table. We want to have conversations with women again after you spent the last several years talking about, we need to mass extinct black women off the face of the fucking planet.
Right. Right.
And then after the guy actually acted on some of the things that these guys were saying and decided to blicky blicky of goddamn subway, and people started looking into the content that he was listening to on YouTube, and it was these same goddamn people. It was bring women back to the table. Oh my gosh, we need
Cause
the
see,
ladies. And then and like the problem is that you can't have your cake and eat it too in this situation, because I think women generally, all that they were asking for is for you to be a decent fucking human being, right?
and respectful.
And respectful and just fucking nice, like start off with being nice and not a piece of shit and not demanding a whole bunch of shit that you couldn't even do for your fucking self, right?
Uh-huh.
But instead of doing the right thing, they want to create the 5G, the 16G, the 72F, and the 34 daggers in the House of Flying fucking Dragons as a fucking protest. And the shit is that you're still missing the mark, because these girls are the fuck serious. They are absolutely the fuck serious. When you have conversations with these women and they're 20 and 21 and 22 and 24 and 25, and they're like, I've seen what these men have said on the internet and I don't want no fucking parts of them.
Uh-huh.
And then people will say, well, I mean, because a couple of years ago, you remember Big J, everybody was like, oh, it's just the internet, the gender bang space ain't that serious and da 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 da. And now parents are having to deal with that shit dealing with their fucking kids.
Like I'm glad you said, because like the whole Sneeko issue, when you saw the them little boys following Sneeko around at that baseball stadium.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember.
What this is what I've been trying to tell these idiots. I'm not trying to cape for women, or I mean, I cape, if you're an innocent person and you've been, yeah, I'm gonna cape for you, an innocent person. But what I'm saying is, I'm not here actively caping for women, or being a simp for women, or trying to get female validation, or trying to get sex out of this shit. Like I'm being accused of that bullshit now. Um, no, because I see that shit. Because I've been telling people, like the whole shit with the whole Sneeko, with no little boys and hang around with Sneeko. I said this is what I was trying to tell y'all needs to be prevented. You are making those boys into monsters. It is having a problem. It's a problem. These little podcast shows is a problem now. The manosphere created this. It needs to be stopped. So, you know, that's why certain somebody, another fat ass nigga from the South, he pissed off at me. He pissed off at me and Aaron Fountain, because I gave Aaron Fountain all the information about the manosphere. You know, that's what Aaron, he goes by the YouTube channel called Expose the Manosphere, right? Yeah, I said Expose Manosphere, a whole lot of shit, about this space, and about what's going on. No, no, you're making young men into eventual monsters by saying all women a are evil, or conniving, or malicious. And that's not the case. You're creating a hate group behind that. So they don't sit there and grasp that concept. That concept is, they're not deep, they think of some shit. They don't think about today. I mean, they think about their past trauma from yet yesterday. They're not thinking of tomorrow.
Well, I mean, that's what they're willing to do. They're willing to take out a whole generation of young men and boys out with them if
Right.
that means that they can get their comeuppance and their get backs with the girl that left them or the mama that wasn't good to them when they were a kid. Like I am so fucking over these people and their fucking traumas, right?
Yeah, the trauma bonding and that'll bullshit. I don't even care about that shit no more because they they're making the world worse, not better. Bernard Raleigh and all these other dudes on here, they're making the world worse, not better with this content, and they can't grasp a concept. That you know they're willing to vote in people who will do fascism just because they want to put their boot on that black woman's neck.
I mean, I think it's silly to think that women would get the boot on their neck first,
Right.
right?
It's gonna be us first. It's gonna be us first.
Like again, it's to shoot your nose to spite your own face. It's like, oh, I'm so angry with the black women's and the KK Keishas and the baby mamas that you're willing to put yourself in a situation where you're worse off in life as far as opportunities, outlooks, and outcomes because you want to get a lit back off of some shit some one bitch did to you 15 years ago. Like, if every woman actually felt that way, none of y'all would get any play. Like, if every woman held every time a dude fucked them over against every other nigga that they met in their future, nobody would be fucking. Nobody.
Right. Right.
Like, I mean, go seek fucking help.
And that's
Go go
yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Cause I'm gonna let you cook. Let you cook. Go
Am I
ahead.
cooking? Am I cooking
Yeah,
tonight?
You are.
Okay.
You over there you sauteing the onions and
Okay.
the bell
All
peppers
right.
and this.
I'm
You know what
getting
I'm
me a
saying?
steak prepared. But yeah, I mean, they need to get fucking help. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, the days of, whining and complaining about the shit that the other gender is doing is the fuck over. Like, people are telling these folks to fucking touch grass. Like, and that's the crazy part that this stuff is so insidious and incessant in society that there are swaths of whole generations of young women that are like, fuck all of y'all.
And you know what's so bad? I'm watching the white dudes, right? The white dudes are wishing that okay, I might do a video on this. One white dude did a video saying, Britain should have lost the war against the Nazis because British women allowed the non-whites into Britain. It's getting that bad.
I mean, listen,
It's getting that bad. The people are actually saying this shit.
listen.
Like it's okay to say this shit. Like, what the hell your ass talking about? And about us, and I'm talking about us, us black people here. We rather vote in. We rather vote in fascist regimes because we're bad at some bimbo.
But that's the thing, like, it's not financially advantageous for any huge government to be against Black women. Like, all the support services that are created just by women alone dwarf men. And this is the part that they don't fucking get, right? Like
Right.
all of the convenience industries, all of the support services when it comes to family health, children, leisure, all of those industries would cease to fucking exist if they
You
did
know,
that. And this is the other thing, like, I think people are past the days of, I mean, because people have said so often, like, go get therapy, go get a counselor. There's all these apps that you can sign up to for $45 a month where you can speak to a therapist or a psychologist privately or whatever that looks like for whatever you're.
some of our employers got like where I work at, right? Free therapists.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some are like my employer, free therapy sessions.
Yeah, they have EAP programs
Yeah. Yeah.
specifically for, because they understand that burnout is real. They'll offer their employees a certain amount of, a free counsel sessions a year and all that other stuff. And then if there's anything outside of that, you may need like a doctor's note, or you may you may have to pay out of pocket. But
Uh-huh.
all of these things are here, and people have been saying it for years. Ever since the lockdown happened, people have been like, go get a therapist, go talk to somebody, get a counselor, get some mental health, get somebody in your corner that can listen to you and try to help you recenter where you are. But we're getting to the point now where people are just not giving a fuck about, and I hate to say it, but about men's mental health. Because instead of doing these things, they get on the internet and buy a fucking $40 microphone and cry. They
And,
fucking
and,
cry.
and listen to idiots like Anger Man and BGS and Obsidian. Why, and also Sandman. Saying that, oh, women are terrible, women are terrible, women's at fault for this. Oh, the white man, like I'm gonna use BGS for example. This is one of the most insane shit he ever said. He said, wait, he even said it over here a few times. The white man should have gave black men that he gave white women. The white women he should have gave the job the jobs white women had during the 60s and 70s should have went to black men first. I'm like, you dumb idiot. It's his job to make sure his woman is good.
So they want handouts.
Yeah, they want handouts from the white man, but he's mad. But BJS and that clique over there, they're mad because the white man gave the jobs to white women that he thinks we should. He thinks the white men should be giving us jobs. No,
Listen,
you
it's
create your own damn jobs, nigga.
it's
You know.
nobody's fault that these men can't compete in the market that men have created for them. And no one should feel bad about it. Is the way that I feel. Like, because
Uh huh.
every time that I turn around and I listen, like these guys are upset that women want to be child free, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're gonna cause, a mass extinction event because you won't have children. Like, you're gonna, be old and die alone." And women are saying, "Bitch, I will buy a fucking cat. Like, don't tempt me with a good fucking time." But at the end of the day, all that most people are hearing is this constant, incessant complaining from men about how they don't get a fair fucking shake. This is goddamn America, right?
Uh huh.
And if you can't function in the market that was created specifically for you, to like I mean, and I've had arguments with men about how feminism has benefited fucking men. Even though they hate that shit so fucking much, men can show up offering less and get the same fucking benefits and awards from women, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then still complain about how they have it unfair. They feel entitled to women's bodies. They feel entitled to fucking children, but they don't want to do anything in comparison for it. They just want to show up and just have shit handed to them on a fucking plate. Like, get the fuck over yourself. Like, it's nobody's goddamn fault that you cannot compete in Kevin Samuel's sexual fucking marketplace. That is your fucking business, not mine. Get the
Yeah.
fuck over it. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not out here complaining because I see an attractive man and he don't wanna fucking talk to me. You don't hear me running my fucking live stream and talking about, "Oh, the men's ain't looking for me, and oh my god, I just want me a good man, and da da." You don't hear me on my fucking shit talking it because I don't give a fuck. It ain't nobody's fault but my own. If a man see me and he ain't attracted to me, okay, move the fuck on. But I mean, just the idea for some of these men that they get rejected by women that they think that they should have is part of the fucking problem. Like, just because you see a woman and you think you should have her doesn't mean that that's supposed to be the bitch for you. Like, some of y'all just need some homely, regular face looking women, but y'all don't want that shit. Y'all want the ones that are the exotical looking ones, the ones that look a very certain way. They have a certain aesthetic to them. They got the fucking blue hair and the mini bangs. They got the woo fucking aesthetic because you think that shit looks good next to you. When really your whole fucking personality is built for a bitch that goes to church every Sunday. Some of y'all aren't even built for the kind of women that y'all want. And then complain because you don't have the fucking outcomes that you're looking for. Like that is nobody's goddamn fault. Go talk to a fucking therapist and get the fuck over it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like I'm gonna use AJ and Seeing Red because I hate this motherfucker, right? Like the whole I'm gonna blame the entire world on black woman. The black single mother has fucked up Chicago. Oh, the black woman did this, the black woman did this. Okay, nigga, what happened? Oh, how do you went to prison? Oh, I joined the United States military, got out the military, selling drugs because I was jealous of the cars that was driving. But yet here is you on YouTube blaming black women for how fucked up Chicago is. Yet you was dealing dope in Chicago.
Listen.
You see how stupid this is? See how stupid people come on here and then you look at them like, I know this nigga he didn't
But he
say
gonna say it's not his fault though, Big J. He gonna say that black women took all the jobs from him, so he had to sell drugs.
I swear to God, you know, I'm looking at people like you got to be kidding me.
the women's they yes, because I did work at Chrysler at one point and I worked right next to some men and I was in that warehouse building some of the cars that some of these raggedy motherfuckers was driving around in.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, but the way that they tell it, I mean, it's almost like black women are Mexicans. I hate to say it that way. Like we're just a bunch of fucking illegals running around just taking all the resources. Just taking all the shit. And they're the Republicans talking about not on my watch, nobody tread on me and all this other fuck ass shit. When y'all just don't want to y'all just want participation awards. Y'all, I mean, I was listening to a conversation a few months ago where the nigga was mad because girls were at the club staring at their goddamn phones. Talking about how am I supposed to talk to a woman and she's staring at her phone? Why don't you use your fucking feet, my guy?
Get you some feet.
And a pair of shoes.
Yeah. God gave you 2 legs. God gave you 2 feet. You might need to sit there and use it. And he gave you a mouth. Go over and talk.
But that's what he was mad about. He was mad because he was at the club and the women that he wanted to talk to were on their phones. And he could not fathom to just walk up to them and say, "Excuse me, miss, how are you this evening? Would you like to dance? Or could I offer you a drink? Or would you like to share some, like an appetizer with me so we can talk?" Like, no, none of that.
Right.
But I mean, apparently phones are too much. And like mad and they're holding grudges about that shit. That's nobody's fucking fault. Get over yourself. Like the same way. Go ahead.
He said, American males, I had this dare I think you might want to her. What?
It might want to hear.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
yeah, like it's nobody's fucking fault,
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
nobody's fault, and women, I think some women genuinely tried to meet men halfway, but because they were so far up their fucking, victimhood arc, they didn't want to hear it. So women just backed off, and then we are where we are now.
Right.
So, but yeah.
So yeah, that kind of that whole argument I had with Anger Man on Sherrod's channel, but I wasn't on the panel. Anger Man was talking to me on Sherrod's panel, and Sherrod would not let me be up on the panel for some weird reason. I'm getting really tired of people being scared of Anger Man. I don't know why people are so scared of Anger Man. Anger Man can call you a bitch. He can talk shit about your mama. You talk about how your grandma should deserve to die and shit. Y'all still be he be on the panels, y'all still be giving it, or damn, I'm talking about they still be giving him accolades and all that. Pissed me off about that about this sector, you know.
Oh.
But anyway, when Anchorman trying to tell me about I wrote me a book and nigga, fuck your book. I already know about your book. All right. Your book doesn't have an index in the back of your book.
Is it like 70 pages, like in like
Yeah,
size
it's
20 font and it's double spaced at the same time?
right. The book. Let me see how many pages is it? Like 100 is 616 pages in
Is
that
it
book.
double spaced?
You know.
I have
Yeah,
a feeling that Angry Man's book is double spaced. I
it
don't
probably
feel
is.
I feel like the font is really big. I feel like, like back in the day, I don't know if you remember this, Big J, but there was like this moment in time where like all these black men that were in prison wrote books,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like everybody was going to find out what the homie had written, and they were actually in the jail writing the books, right?
Right.
And they would be published by these weird ass publications. Like, I even think that Suge Knight had was part of it, because I remember buying a book and I think it said like Death Row Publications on it at one point. But they were all like size 16 font, and they were double spaced. That
Oh
font was like
God.
you could read those books in like 45 minutes.
See. Oh wait, I actually, yeah. I remember it was like the early '90s, mid '90s when this happened.
I can't remember. I feel like it was like either in the 90s or maybe in the early 2000s, but it was a thing. It was a whole thing.
American Mouse said, "What if I told you I found a way to put you a path using simple math?"
Is it 2 plus 2 equals 4?
I'm trying to.
What was,
I'm
because
trying. I'm trying.
we have to ask that question now as like a barometer. Like, what does 2 plus 2 equal? I found a way to put everybody in the path to 1 million only using simple math. I feel like, American male, we have to ask you, what does 2 plus 2 equal? I got to know at this point. Do we know who American male is? Or is that one of your friends, Big J?
Yeah. I remember him back about 7 years ago. Well,
Oh,
no,
okay.
4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
My bad. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I just feel like we got to test the waters and stuff.
Yeah. I ain't seen him in a while. I ain't seen him in a while. Yeah. Yeah. I remember him in the back chat during Google Hangouts when me and B Jess was arguing.
Okay, he says 2 plus 2 does equal 4. I feel like I gave him the answer, though.
And I found the path to 1 million just using simple math.
Is it averages? Are we talking about hitting a lottery based on averages? I tried that. You know, I used to do dumb shit on my way to school when I was in college. I used to um, simplify license plates as I drove down the road,
Right.
which is wild. Which is
Uh-huh.
bottom line theory is what he's saying. You ever heard of that?
No, I call it the bottom line theory. Oh.
He trying to sell you something, Big J. You better hold that wallet tight.
Yeah, I'm holding tight, man. I don't, I
Better
don't,
hold
I
it
don't, tr-
tight.
I don't trust nobody on YouTube these days talking about financials. Nah, I'm good. But like I said, when I was in that argument with Anger Man and Kelly Ray left. Right, she was in the chat room earlier. Kelly Ray told me, "Well, Big J, why won't you just do what because she knew what my ideas are because I had a private conversation with her one time and
Uh-huh.
said, I'm saying, you know what, you're right because it's time for me to bypass these idiots with these quote unquote books, these so-called dating gurus, these so-called black men advocates out here, so-called, yeah, it's time to just bypass them do what I need to do, buy, pass them, and then, well, I really like to do is punish these idiots after I attain my little, attain what I really want to attain. I really want to come back over here and punish the shit out of them. But anyway, I'll wait for that time when I cross that road. But yeah,
I mean,
so
hey, if you have some ideas, I suggest you do it.
yeah,
You know,
because because the issue is not women, right? I was telling it to Sergeant Willie Pete for years. I said, bruh, the issue is not women. The problem is access to income and access to housing. Women are not going just to jump onto a man, latch onto a man, and you know expect it, because the housing there's a housing market problem, there's an income problem, there's a problem with education. A lot of men are not not prioritize when it comes to education. That's why women are being picky because you know because of the environment. Because the environment that create these types of men. So you can't just you know I keep telling them, women are the dating world. The issues in our dating, right? It's a symptom, not the disease. And I try to tell them that they don't even sit there and understand that it's your mental health, it's your education, it's your housing, it's your economics. You try to tell them that, they can't see the grass that. But the problem is with them, a lot of these black men on here are cowards because they'd rather punch down to you as a woman. They'd rather punch down rather than fighting the dragon or plowing their field.
well, you can't necessarily punch down on a group of women that are like, becoming, the biggest group of homeowners in the race that um, are more willing to access resources, whether they be state entitlements or work benefits, or whether it be job grants, business grants, whatever. Like, you can't necessarily punch down. Like, I mean, I've seen men make the argument that they don't want women that own their own home. Like, these guys are wanting women that are helpless, that have to look to them for everything, and that's fine. But you have a large demographic of women that are doing absolutely fine on their own. And when you're faced with a group of women that can sustain themselves absolutely fine on their own, you can't come, leading with your wallet first, because it's not suitable enough. But again, men don't want to do the work when women are asking for better temperaments, better character, better personalities. Men become stumped because they are so used to getting participation awards because all they had to do was earn the money.
Right, right.
But when women are also earning the money, you have to change your framework, because women are now meeting you where you're at. If we're saying that, I don't know, what was that statistic that everybody was talking about a couple of years ago, that like both men and women make around the same in median pay or
Uh-huh.
something like that?
Right.
And that there's only like a few $100 difference between like a black man and a black woman working full time. If we're saying that, then what we're saying is that men have to do more than just leading with their fucking wallet.
Right.
But they
It,
don't
it,
want to do that part. And that's the part that, they just can't. They want the easy button. They want to participate in the level of patriarchy that they've seen white men and their grandfathers participate in, but that landscape is not your landscape
anymore. It's not.
anymore. Yeah.
So it's like that whole. You remember about 4 or 5 years ago. You remember when Goldman Sachs and what's that other bank granted black women with all those grants and loans? Remember that?
Yes, I do remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Remember the whole entire argument was, well, when Goldman Sachs is giving black women this, and Citibank is giving black women that, and I'm like, Negroes, do y'all ever look who's on boards on boards on these that's giving these black women money? It ain't the white man, because I even named the names: Susan Rice, Condoleezza Rice, Gail King, Oprah are on those boards. They're giving black women these grants and loans. Not one black male face is in any of the boards. Whose fault is that?
I mean, I don't think that they were looking at it in a business perspective either, because you have to
Right.
think like there are trillions of dollars in black women's hair care. There are, well, I don't want to say trillions, but hundreds of millions of dollars in black women's hair care. There's hundreds of $1 million in support services industries when it comes to women in general, whether it be like women that are navigating motherhood on their own, women that are just navigating life on their own. I know a lot of women that refuse to even wash their own their own laundry. Now, they don't have time for it. They will go and drop it off at, a local cleaner and have somebody else do it because of the time. Like there are so many support services when it comes to women because they are paying somebody else to do the things that men say women are supposed to be in the house doing, right? And if
Uh-huh.
women have the money to pay for all these auxiliary services when it comes to them creating a level of comfort that makes sense for them, again, the question is like if both of you guys are coming to the table with the same bank account, then what else are you coming with, right?
Uh-huh.
And men don't want to, they just don't want to meet women that far because they have these preconceived notions of what women, they have these gender performative notions that they think women are just supposed to acquiesce to. And the reality is that, you're the one being deluded about this, not necessarily women, because women, I mean, even from things that I've just experienced recently, women will fall in line for a man that they like, right?
Right. Right.
But it's the fact that there are a lot of men that think that there's a certain level of catering that women are supposed to do, regardless of what they offer that woman. And
Uh-huh.
we just don't live in that landscape anymore. And I think that they're absolutely deluded in thinking that. And you will continue to see more conversations. I mean, it's bad when the old white ladies, the ones that are the divorcees, or they're on their second and third marriage, and they're telling the young girls, "Don't do it, don't get married, don't have kids, prioritize your career first." And these are the women that were the stay-at-home wives, telling the younger generation to not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he left me destitute for some 20-year-old after we were together for 30 years and all this other stuff. Like these are the women that these men say that these younger girls need to model themselves after, but they're on TikTok, they're on social media telling them, "Bitch, don't do it." And they're listening.
Right.
So, I don't know. I got to drop down for a second. I gotta get myself ready to get up. I'm saying for a second, like I'm coming back. I'm not coming back, but thank you for letting me.
All right. Then. Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for letting
Yeah.
me talk.
Right. Anytime, Angelica. Anytime.
Yeah, I have fun talking to you. Yeah,
All
cut
right
some more
then.
people out so I can giggle. I'm gonna go back in the chat.
Yeah. 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 I'm thinking about hanging this up though. But yeah, it's just that. It's just that though. We got to change the culture.
Right,
And
right,
I'm not just talking about black people as a whole. I'm talking about what we see online. I'm talking about what's online. We got to change this culture because uh, 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 all I'm seeing is the dumbing down, right? The dumbing down effect of black men, and it's being celebrated, and it needs to stop, you know. So yeah,
yeah.
and
I mean, they'll figure it out. Either they're going to resort to violence or they're going to submit. The men have to choose which avenue they want to take.
um, I'm gonna say it's gonna be political violence.
Either way, they only have two options. Either they will submit or they're going to resort to violence in whatever way that means, whether it be political, whether it be physical, whether, I don't know, because, some of these dudes that are running this country, um, have no problem resorting, it seems to me, not necessarily violence by their hands, but exacting violence on women's bodies. But women are paying attention to that and women are acting accordingly. It may not be all of us, but it's going to be enough that's just going to create more lonely men. And I don't think that that's what men want since they already feel entitled to
it,
to
it
women's
this
bodies.
it, it, this is what Priscilla was talking about. Now, I disagree with her on on aspect though. When she says men are not capable of love, um, no, I disagree with her. Men are not taught to love though. You see,
Okay.
see, I know what she's saying, but she's not. You know, it has to be taught, and men are not taught that. Men are taught to be, because of patriarchy. We're taught we have to be on the defensive at all times because of the outside threat by other men. And that's why though you see how niggas reacting to each other now. Everybody's at each other's throats. Well, that
Mhm.
we've been taught that. That's why Anger Man stabbing everybody in the back. Every little man he get no. Think about it. He been taught that it's okay to do that.
Well,
Rather than actually have a legitimate collaboration with other men.
so I remember when I was really young, my father, he used to make this complaint about men. Him not being African American, him being African, he always used to say that manhood is cultural. And he used to always talk about how he didn't see a whole lot of culture in black men here in the States. And I used to feel a way about it. I'm young. I got my young friends, they're boys, they're girls, they're all different colors. And, I felt like he was being very critical of, black men, black American men. And I wasn't really sure why. It seemed like really disparaging to me. But it wasn't until I got older and I started listening to him talk about like some of um, the cultural significance of like, I guess, brotherhood and manhood and how like there were rites of passage that, was culturally important for him and his heritage
Uh-huh.
that he didn't see here. And
The sense of community is what you say.
right,
Yeah.
like he's definitely like, my father was the one who told me that I needed to take um and send my son out into the woods during the summer. And I thought it was absolutely ridiculous until my son started coming back. And when he came back, he was more skilled, he was more composed, he was more thoughtful, he was very more precise in his actions and words.
Uh-huh.
Um, but a lot of that was him being out in the fucking woods trapping shit with, my cousins and my uncles. And it wasn't until like I was looking at, okay, so this is like the ritual that he's talking about with men, the brotherhood and the camaraderie that he's talking about that American men lack here, that I was able into like my own obscure way to recreate with my son. But again, it was still based on his like encouragement to do so.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't until I was older when I had my son that I understood that. And then I look at my son now because I think like every parent's worst fear is to do the best that you can with a kid and they still turn out like a piece of shit. And then I look at my son and he's not a piece of shit and I'm like, thank God. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I'm just so happy that, he is where he is today. But a lot of his character was set in those moments where he was out in the Appalachian Mountains trapping and, they're fishing and hunting. And even if they don't catch anything, they're still out in the woods, a bunch of men doing
Right.
manly things. And, it wasn't until like maybe a few years ago, I went back to my father and I said, you know what, when you used to talk about You know, like, manhood is cultural. I didn't understand it until my son was born, but now I get it, and he just looked at me and gave me, like, that finger, like, now you like, he almost like that Color Purple, the 2 fingers, he kinda did some shit like that, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, now you get me." And, like, he didn't really actually say anything, but he was just like, "Yeah." And then I just walked off, and it was a understanding. It was understanding, and we just walked off. But yeah, so, that's my little that's my caping for black men story. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go. But thank you
All
for
right.
having me. I hope
Yeah.
for the brothers listening that are probably gonna windmill about me,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was soothing for them to hear.
Yeah, like I'm gonna let this farm boy, I was talking about some animals earlier to today. I said I was gonna log off because I've been to do a very long live stream, and I had to I had to contend to my animals and shit, my
You
livestock.
should do that. I wanna see
So,
that, Big J. I wanna see you with the animals.
well, I did a private video with somebody, and I was showing her, what I have and shit. And yeah, well,
Why are you keeping the good content from me?
yeah,
I'm
I know.
jealous.
So.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was feeding the animals and stuff, and I just I was showing her stuff, but that's me and her are well anyway.
Right,
So
right.
yeah,
Anyway,
so
me and
yeah,
her are anyway.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I could show what I was doing and everything. So how I do things. So yeah, so but maybe one day if I start getting a calf or a young animal, I'm gonna start doing uh,
You should. I
a
wanna see
video on
it,
that.
Big J. Do a
Y-
whole new channel where nobody knows who you are. Do a whole new one.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do
Don't
yeah.
even
That's
promote it
that's
over here. Just do
I
a whole
won't.
separate channel.
I would not promote it over here. I would not promote that video over here. I'll just sit there, just you know, uh, just do you know, follow this animal from the time it's a baby until it's an adult. We'll do that though, because
That
yeah,
sounds clutch, Big J. You should do it. I'm excited for you. I cannot wait to see you. I love to see men with animals. Like,
yeah.
true story. That, like, puts so much joy in my heart. I love to see
Mhm.
it. But
Yeah.
seriously, I'm gonna get off. I gotta go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get up
me
in the
too.
morning.
Yeah, me too. I gotta get on off myself. So
All
yeah.
right. Bye.
All right. Yeah, I gotta run to the store real quick. I know it's 10:30 and stuff. I gotta get to the store real quick. Yeah, I forgot to pick some up at the store. So yeah, yeah, I need some coffee syrup too. Shit, because yeah, I got the sinus problems. You know. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I got something off my chest. Hopefully that one big nigga will leave me alone from now on. So anyway, I'm out. Peace.